this is Shane Thomas from theweekendhandicapper.com. I just want to give you an update about my North American track handicapping tour I've been doing since September 2014. Now it's January 2015, and so I just want to give you all an update on how it's been going, why I've been doing it. So first off, why in the world am I doing this thing I call the North American Handicapping Tour? Well, there's a couple reasons. The first, I thought it'd be fun. You know, I've been in the routine of playing the tracks I'm familiar with year in, year out, which is wonderful. It's a great strategy. By all means, that's what I'm going back to once I get done with this tour. But I just thought, you know, let's have some fun. Let's play little tracks, some I never even heard of, some I've played maybe once or twice over the years. So that was number one. The tracks that I typically play are big tracks. I'm familiar with the trainers, the jockeys, the owners, the track itself. And like I said, that's what I'm going back to. So, but just to break the monotony, I thought I'd play these tracks, every track that's on the list that I'm working from, which is a list I got from bloodhorse.com. And I'll put the link to that list I'm referring to in the video description below. So I've been using that list since September 2014 to go down and check off whether I won at the track or not. So the first reason, again, just having fun. And the second reason I wanted to do this tour, to see if these handicapping principles that I've had success with at the tracks I normally play, the big tracks, the major tracks, the bigger circuits, can be applied to any track in North America. So that was my second reason for doing the tour. So right now, January 2015, I have 16 more tracks to go, which is great because I set a goal of trying to get all these tracks done within a year, since I typically only play on the weekends. So I only have 16 more to go, which is wonderful. When I started out in September, I had the goal of profiting, having a winning day at least 30% of those tracks that I played. Right now, I played 42 tracks currently, and I've won 21 of those tracks. So 50% is, I'm ecstatic about that. Now, what's left, I have 16 tracks left to go. Of those 16 tracks, 8 of them I'm very familiar with and I was going to play anyway, either on the big race days, such as Pimlico, which is Preakness, of course, and Belmont. As far as this tour is concerned, I hadn't played Belmont in that time frame, so I was going to play those anyway. Oaklawn Park the same way. So, and last but certainly not least, my favorite track, Keeneland. I haven't played that while I've been doing this tour, and I've had really good success there. That's my favorite track. You know, I feel like I know what's going on there pretty much all the time. Now they have that new dirt track, so we'll see what happens. But bottom line is I feel very confident, so hopefully I can keep that winning percentage above 30%, and I feel pretty good because I'm familiar with half the tracks I'm going to be playing. Now, 2 of those 16 tracks, so we got 8 that I'm familiar with. 2 more of those 16 I have left are Atlantic City and Meadowlands, and I have no idea what's going on with them. Some people tell me that they might not even race this year. They're shutting down the track, or it's merging or something. I'm not sure. So who knows? I can either have 14 tracks left or 16 tracks left. All right. So that's a brief update. So far, the lessons that I've learned several lessons. One is those same handicapping fundamentals, those same factors apply everywhere, no matter what track you're playing. So, you know, handicapping factors such as pace, class, speed figures, trainer-jockey combinations, it's all the same. It's going to lead you to success at a very small track, is just as much as it does at a big track. Now, a con sometimes is those odds swing. When you're at a small track, those odds fluctuate. I mean, insanely. I can't tell you how many times I put a bet down when I thought I had value on a horse, and then with a blink of an eye, it just swings crazy, and you went from having the horse 5-1 to being the heavy favorite. So there's not much money in some of these tracks pools, so it fluctuates. However, it can fluctuate in your favor. There's been several times where I had the favorite, then somebody else put money down on another horse, and my odds skyrocketed. Same way with the exactas. There were some tracks that I played, smaller tracks, that, man, I was getting crazy value in the exacta pools, which leads me to this. So if you read my blog at weekendhandicapper.com, my little history of doing this track tour, I just want you all to understand, I'm just playing. The thing I visualize is I was almost like parachuting in, like right before post time. So the wagers I'm playing for this tour are win bets and exactas mainly. I think I might have done a couple daily doubles and maybe like 1 or 2 trifectas, but very rarely. So what I'm meaning is I wanted to do this like on the fly. Typically when I play, I handicap the day before, the night before, lay out, pick 3 tickets, pick 4 tickets, all kinds of different strategies. Not for this. I'm sticking very basic win bets and exacta bets. No multi-race wagers. Because again, I wanted this just to be thrown in almost like a survival kind of a thing, which is definitely not how I usually play. I usually prep and have all kinds of exotic tickets. So I just wanted to kind of make that clarification when you look at my bets and stuff. Another factor or lesson that I learned from these tours is that every track I've contacted and communicated with people that are passionate and proud of their little track. No matter where I go, there's people that play there and say, hey, you ought to play here more often. We have a great track. These are some strategies you got to look for. So it's wonderful to be involved in the community and people proud of their own tracks. I hate seeing tracks closing all the time. So hopefully we can keep all of them open so you all can keep wagering on your favorite track, your home track. As far as handicapping goes, it seems like I don't care what the odds are, if you can find a horse with early speed at these little tracks, then you have a pretty good advantage. Because, there's still speed and fade horses at these tracks, but more often than not, it's worth the risk to bet on a horse that you think could get out there on the lead because these other horses aren't talented enough or have enough class to kind of run down horses that get loose on the lead at that level. So as far as handicapping, that was a good thing. It's hard to look for value in some of these tracks because like I said, your price fluctuates so much. So those are some of the lessons I learned. So 60 more tracks to go. Hopefully I can keep it above 30%. Thanks everybody for commenting and sending me emails. Please subscribe to this channel, weekendhandicapper.com. Check out my site, and love for you to leave your email address so you can get all the latest updates and stuff. 2015 is going to be a great year. I'm rolling out some ebooks, some online tutorials. So it's going to be really, really a wonderful year and hopefully a profitable year for everybody that plays the horses, no matter what track you play at. And I'll keep you updated, and I'll see you soon.